And it's a very warm welcome to this festive Voices of the Crew session with me, Simon J. of the Raffles Crew, and with the wonderful Saikat Chatterjee. Hi, Saikat.
Hello, Simon.
I'm delighted to be here, and let me say it's early December, but I know a lot of you are going away, so compliments of the season. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely holiday with your family. And I'm off to Bali next week, although I will be available. We'll be having a Raffles Crew meeting there. So if you happen to be in Bali or you just fancy coming over for a coffee, and you'll be very, very welcome. So in this Raffles Crew format, we talk a little bit about what we're going to do next year, and then we hear what Saikat's got to say about what he's doing in terms of launching his new business, which is very exciting. A little bit about what his impressions of the Raffles Crew are. So let me just say, I'm busy developing a whole set of products offerings for next year for the Raffles Crew. We're going to be doing 20 at least different networking and learning sessions in multiple venues. And I'm really, really excited that we're putting that together. And I'll be sitting down with my webmaster next Monday and putting all of that into our website. So you can go to the QR code just above my right shoulder, and that'll take you to the website. So without further ado, I'm going to once again welcome Saikat Chatterjee and ask you, Saikat, I can see your logo there, Collabworx. I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about your very exciting startup.
Well, thank you, Simon. And it's really exciting to hear about what you're planning for 2026. Can't wait to get on to some of those events. With regards to my business, yes, after, working in the corporate world for 20 plus years, I decided to pivot to, setting my own venture, which is all about helping founders scale their business successfully across Southeast Asia. And I've been speaking to a lot of venture capital firms, over the last couple of months. And, one thing that I've always heard from them is there are two things that can make a business scale or not. Number one, not surprisingly, capital. And number two is people. And it's also astonishing how founders tend to overinvest time in capital and don't spend enough time on the people, at least in the early stages of their ventures or enterprises. So that's what I'm here to solve for. Work with founders so that the chances of them scaling successfully becomes higher.
And you've had some success in that area. You've got clients who think a great deal of you. So 2026, I guess, is going to be an interesting year for you.
It is, and interestingly, I'm also looking at scaling my business in 2026 as I've helped several founders do that.
So at our Raffles Crew Kotu event early next year, founders and funders, you'll have a chance to meet Saikat and others. So do click on his logo above his right shoulder, which I guess that goes to your website, does it, Saikat?
It is. It goes to my LinkedIn profile, and from there it goes to the website as well. Yes.
Okay, that's a start. Excellent. What if clients? So you're talking about early stage companies mainly, are you?
So specifically, I work with companies who have 30 employees and they're starting to go from there 30 to 50, 50 to 100, 150 and beyond. And what I've observed, in working with founders is the type of people challenges that they experience across those different stages are very unique and nuanced. So when I work with clients, they really appreciate that, our guidance and solution is very tailored to where they are on their journey and not something that is generic.
Absolutely. That's one of the nicest things that a client ever said to me years ago. And he was a German, so had to be taken seriously, not given to unwanted flattery, Germans, was you treated our case as genuinely unique, Simon. You listened very carefully, and what you came up with was crafted for us. A big criticism of consultants in general is that they're very generic. That sounds very positive, Saikat. Now, you and I met through the Raffles Crew. The Raffles Crew, which I founded a year and a half ago, we've now got 450 members, I think. And we grow by traction, not by promotion. We don't write to people and try and recruit them. We basically say, if you like our culture of leaning in, helping others, not selling, then just invite other people who you think might benefit from it. What's been your experience of the Raffles Crew, Saikat?
Gosh, I mean, now that you bring it up, it reminded me of how we got connected. And it was, I would say, it was a serendipitous encounter on LinkedIn when I came across one of your posts, and then, obviously you and I met. But I also participated in the Friday coffee meetings that you've been consistently having across those 18 months. And as I participated in those sessions, think a couple of things really, felt impressive. One is, as you can imagine, in my transition from corporate to this entrepreneurship, I have been a part of several communities because it was important for me. So I was looking for a community which had a lot of diverse, individuals, and I found that immensely in the Raffles Crew. People from all backgrounds and experiences and industries and functions. So I think that gave me a great platform. But the thing that impressed me the most is this idea of service and idea of generosity. Every individual that I've spoken to or that I've had a chance to speak with are absolutely so willing to listen to you, give you guidance, connect with others, and that has been fantastic. And I think that is one of the reasons why you've been able to just naturally attract people to Raffles Crew without, any sort of marketing or promotion, in that sense.
It's always very good to hear those
No,
sorts of
absolutely,
sentiments.
absolutely. And you have been almost like been a torch bearer of that culture and philosophy. So I'm not surprised how that is, percolating down across different
Well, it's
levels.
not me. It's having nice people like you, like others who are prepared to come along and listen to what other people have to say. I mean, apart from anything else, quite a lot of people are feeling stress, in both their work and their business and their home environments in Singapore and the region for lots of reasons. So there's economic pressure, there's macro risk. Quite a few people are either out of work or are sensing insecurity in the job environment. So it's good to have a network to lean into, particularly as we have such a very, very strong network. When you add the people that our 450 members are connected to, we're a very strong network for those who are looking for the next thing. And we do consciously help people along if they're trying to find the next gig. And indeed, we've had, quite a bit of success. We also work with smart people who are starting their own businesses like you. And I'm always very glad to meet people like you, Saikat, and share the things that I've learned to do and perhaps not to do in the 33 years I've been in Southeast Asia and the 10 years I was in Europe and America before that. Because I'm a serial starter-upper of service businesses, and I've made lots and lots and lots of mistakes. And to the extent that I'm able to, it's always good if I can help others not make quite the same mistakes.
I
So
greatly appreciate that, Simon. Thank
yeah.
you.
So thank you for leaning in. For those of you who don't know the Raffles Crew, as Saikat has very eloquently pointed out, we're in 5 countries now. We will be temporarily in Bali while I'm on holiday there, but who knows, that might take root as well. There's no dues or fees to come to the Raffles Crew. You just reach out to me here or in LinkedIn or Saikat, come to that, and we can add you to our chat, and you'll see where we're meeting, and just show up to the meeting, talk about yourself, and you'll suddenly discover you've got a whole load of new, helpful friends who really want to help you. So, Saikat, it's been good. Um, I guess we'll see each other later this week, so we'll have a chance to wish each other Merry Christmas properly. Um, you you are staying in Singapore for the holiday?
Yes, I am this year.
Okay, well that's very
No travel
sensible.
plans.
Um, I once again want to emphasize that 19, showing my age, 2026 will be, I've lived mostly in another century, suppose you could say. 2026 is going to be a great year for the Raffles Crew. New venues, new themes, lots of learning events, lots of networking events. Do lean in. I'd love to meet you.
I'm
Thank
very
you.
excited to hear.
Thank you, Saikat Chatterjee, and blessings, everybody.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you.